What the fuck? Hello guys. So I'm quite done reviewing boxes, and today we will review a very special car. A car that has been my dream for ages. A car that every car enthusiast should at least drive once in their lifetime. I present to you the E92 M3. The E92 M3, well, E90 M3 as well. It is arguably the best M car you can actually buy till this day. I would say either this or E46 M3. Why is it the best car? Because of the experience it gives you. This might be not the fastest car. You might not win all the races. You might even lose to an M-Lite or S-Line, I don't know. It has 420 horsepower, or in this case 450. Even though it has some power, it has zero traction. So if you're planning to drag race and you want to win drag races, this is definitely not the car for you. Why is this car special? Why this M3? Why not the F80 M3? Why not the E46? Why not G80? Why not E36? Well, because it has very special naturally aspirated 4-liter V8 power. There's so many special things about it. The engine is not based on any other engine. It is created just for this car. Usually when they make cars, for example, the F80 M3, the S55 is based on N55. For E46 M3, the S54 is based on M54. And so on and so on. The same thing happens, except in this E92 and E90 M3 and E60 and M6, the V10 version. Those are the only two engines from BMW that were created just for the M cars. They do not come in any other car, and that's why it's so special. The V8 is also rather special. It revs all the way to 8,500 RPM. I have dreamed about this wheel setup. Well, not this one, the Volk Racing TE37s, but it turns out it's actually pretty hard to get them. This is a budget car. We got ourselves some Japan racing wheels. They do get a lot of hate. I feel like it's okay if you're not hiding that your wheels are obviously not the real deal, not the Volk Racings. It's clear. No one's trying to hide the fact that these are not the 5,000-6,000 pounds wheels, but maybe one day. Who knows? Probably not. It will never happen. I don't see a point. I feel like I will crash this car before I actually buy some good wheels. But this is the perfect setup. I think it's 9.5 in the front and 10.5 in the rear. No spaces inside, but look at it. It couldn't be better. It's like it doesn't rub anywhere. The tire setup, everything is perfect. We have linglongs in the back. Why? Because we don't want the grip. We want to be drifting everywhere. What about the front? Front is what matters. For the front, you need good tires. Something like Michelin Pilot Sports. In my case, we have linglongs as well. Maybe I will change them. I think the front tires are not even the same. Every single bit of the car is perfect. It's not too aggressive like F80 M3 is. It's not too silly like the E46 M3. It's the perfect middle. Look at these pipings. 4 pipes. 4 pipes. We did boot slash trunk checks in all previous videos, and might as well do in this one as well. So let's see what are the essentials when you have the E92 M3. As you can see, nothing much. All we have is some extra and that's about it. A towel, just in case you have something dirty in the boot. I think I would be able to actually fit. Yeah, easily. I'm not even gonna do it. It's not the cleanest. As you can see, we don't have any spare parts. And what is the reason for that? This car will never break down. You don't really need any tools. What will happen is the engine will explode. So what's the point of the tools? If you have a hole in the block, you don't need any tools, that's it. You just need a recovery truck number. Yeah, and that's the reality. Everyone is afraid of reliability and they are avoiding this engine. But in reality, it's actually very reliable. I have mentioned in the past, it's not the car, it's not the engine, it's the owner. This car uses 10W60. That's a very thick, that's as thick as it gets, the engine oil. And why do these engines explode even though they are reliable? Well, 10W60, cold engine, 8.5 thousand RPM. What the fuck? Civic owners! What happens with the engine? Same thing that happens with fire. What do you need for fire? You need only 3 things: fuel, air, and heat. And that's what happens. Cold engine, 10W60, and an inch behind the wheel, revving all the way to 8,000 RPM. And that's that. Now you know the reason why these tend to fail. If you actually have some brain cells up there, you will drive this car nice and easily until it warms up. And it takes a while for it to warm up. Even though, let's say, you need to change the rod bearings, you need to do it every 100,000 miles or so. Let's say you do 100,000 miles every 10 years. To change the rod bearings, oil, everything, you will need to spend, well, with parts and labor, around maximum 2,000 pounds. And you telling me that every 100,000 miles, that's a major big job, an expensive job? I don't think so. I don't think so. I have seen people change the rod bearings for 1,000 pounds. If that worries you, just think about the brakes. Just the brake discs, I believe, cost more than 1,000 pounds. I mean, let's be honest. Depending on your age, when you buy this car, if you turn the traction control off, you won't even need to change the rod bearings because you will most likely crash. That's the reality of M cars. You will crash this car in first 2 months if you never had a rear-wheel drive car. You will save a lot of money. You won't need to change the rod bearings. Win-win. Now the moment you all been waiting for. Grab your snacks, grab your drinks. I am about to start this beast. Get ready. Oh! Listen to that thing purr. Small revs. Oh! But listen to this thing purr. Listen to this, bro. On the inside it's pretty basic. There's not much difference between this and normal E92. I think even the shifter is the same. Maybe just this panel is different. And the wheel is pretty much the same, besides there's a small, I don't know what to call this, indent. A small pothole on the wheel. But really it's like identical, but they decided we need to make it a bit different. So they added just this small pothole. We have the CarPlay. This is the first mod you need to do these cars, because I like using this. I like using maps on this thing. And on the original, screen, you couldn't do any of that. Bro, it was asking to insert a DVD to use the maps. I mean, those maps are probably from 1996. What is not standard in this car is the EDC. What does EDC mean? Electronic damper control, maybe? 2 settings. Softer and harder. Also, what M cars have? They have M button. And you can set any type of configuration for this M button. You can choose between power modes as well. So I have full power, harder suspension. You just basically can make your own configuration, and that is what I love about M cars. When you feel like drifting and you see a perfect corner, you don't want to go and just hold the DSC button for 5 minutes or something. It just kills the vibe. M button, boom, action. You don't need to do anything. You don't need to wait 5-10 seconds to turn the traction control off. That's actually what I like the most about this car. It's just so simple. Also, another difference is obviously the speedometer, because we need more RPM and more miles. Going all the way to 200, and I have actually seen people reach all the way to 200 miles per hour in this car. Another common problem with the E92 interior is the cam holders. They usually get stuck and not work. Not in this case. Check this out, guys. Sheesh! That's cup holder number 1. Cup holder number 2. Scheiße! Ah! No! Actually, I never have a passenger, so I only need this cup holder. And have disabled that cup holder to save weight. And now finally the engine is warm enough for me to give the full revs. Okay, now that it's warm, let me give you some proper revs. Are you ready? Okay guys, let's do a quick pull. Are you ready? Oh my god. Oh my god. That's what I'm talking about. I'm power!